So I'm just about to get on the back of a motorbike. I just found the Grab app, same as Uber, but you can get motorbikes and it's cheap. I'm going to be going about 1.5 miles away for £1. So somebody's going to pick me up and I'll get some footage of trying to not die on the back of one of them. See you in a bit. That was my first Grab bike and it was pretty fun and it was cheap. I gave him an extra 20 bar because it's my first one. So it's 38 bar that was going to be for that distance, which is £1, 40 bar to £1, 41 bar to £1. So really cheap. I'm now here at Muscle Lab Gym and I'm going to have a gym session. So I decided I'm going to do a voiceover for this because I didn't really talk much in it. 200 bar it costs for a single visit. I think they do that because of all the foreigners that go there for like one trip and they try to make quite a lot of money from it, which is £5 a visit. But typically it's about £20 to £30 a month for one of these gym memberships, which isn't too bad. So this bit of footage is just going through the gym a little bit. They've got pretty much everything you need in there. The only issue I had was, see the squat platform in the corner there, there's a deadlift. They've got bars in the way of the deadlifts, so you're doing rack pulls rather than actual deadlifts, like deadlifts off blocks, and I can't do them very well. They knack my back out, which you'll see later. So they've got a bit of everything: leg extensions, ham curls, lat pull downs. They've got 2 of those actually. Smith machine, chest press. They've got 2 chest press actually. Some other lat pull down. Got some cardio at the front of the gym, and then I decided I was going to do just a little bit of warming up. I was a bit late, to be honest. I didn't plan very well, so I didn't do much warming up. I just do a couple of little things to get out the niggles that I normally have, which is like hips, knowing that I can move my hips right. My toes, my big toe on my right foot aches sometimes, so that's why I go up on my toes like that, stretched out. Just some general getting things, being able to move in the positions I want them in, like crouching over squats, flapping your legs about, pumps up your quads and your hams so they're not going fresh. That's your hip flexors. Your hip flexors moving, freeze them up, freeze your hip socket up. That's me twisting, internal, external rotations. That's me pumping up my glutes and hams. This is really good for if you've got a tight back, do thoracic extension. You can do the whole back. I do a bit of both, a bit of lower, mid and upper thoracic. It's really worth doing anything pretty much. Deadlifts, squats, bench. So start warming up. That rack pulls, I suck at them. That's it's about 6 odd inches. I can't really tell there. So it's 6 odd inches further up than it should have been, and for some reason that just stops me from getting my lower back involved. Being able to lock my lower back, get it tight and get it as it should be. So I always feel soft in the lower back with these rack pulls. It's horrible, I don't like it. Slowly working out the weight. 140 for a couple. That's 160. This is now 170. Those are 15s, I think. 170. And then I only went up to 180. That's 180, yeah. I only went up to 180 for free because you can see that rounding technique. Although I've got quite big spinal erectors, so it looks more round than it actually is. But you can see my lower back can't get tight. I don't know why I can't get tight, but I just can't get tight. You'll see me flapping around here, trying to breathe deeper, trying to do whatever I can to get that lower back tight, but I can't, which is why I hate rack pulls. I like deadlifting off the floor. I can get tighter deadlifting off the floor than I can doing rack pulls. It's a pain in the ass. I don't know why. I'm actually stronger. Like my current triple deadlift off the floor weight is more like 210 for a triple, and that was 180 triple on a rack pull when I couldn't get tight. So now I decided to do 140, a back offset of eccentrics, just putting it down slowly, trying to feel my hams and glutes, putting it down, bit of control. I don't want to do a lot of compounds while I'm away because it will knacker me out. I'm trying to make YouTube videos and I fry my central nervous system really easy, so tiny bit more of a bodybuilding approach on everything. Lots of eccentric, everything. In fact, everything in this workout I did eccentrics. Control of every negative rep. I'll do a few more reps there, but it was knackering me out because it was hot. I was sweaty as hell, and working out in the heat isn't the best of things. It doesn't feel very nice, so I'm not used to it. I'll do a few more reps there. You can see how much it's taken out of me. It's the air. I don't know what it is, but I'm knackered, and I knew I could lift more. See how quick that went out. You know, I've got more there. It's just absolutely taken it out of me. The back started to go even more there. I just can't get tight in the bottom on those rack pulls. They're horrible, they're disgusting. So now I did a back, I only did the one extra back exercise actually. Some pull downs, close grip pull downs. I feel these more in the lats, and I'm weak on my lats. My lats are particularly weak. You'll see that my upper back is relatively big, but my lats have never wanted to engage properly, and I feel that more in my lats than I do anything else. So that's the reason why I like narrow grip. I don't actually feel my lats much when I'm doing wider grip, but they're alright. It's 3 sets. I'm just doing 3 sets of 10 to 20 reps on everything pretty much. You see what I'm doing here with one leg forward and one leg under? Don't do that. That is not how you do it. I don't have one of these lying down machines in the gyms I normally go to, so I was trying to get comfortable, and this is my first time trying to get comfortable on one. So don't do it like this. In the next set you'll see how you're meant to do it instead of looking like an absolute idiot. And that'll be up soon. I've got one more set. Oh no, yeah, sorry, I've got 2 more sets. So there, stick both legs under, lie yourself down, keep the other leg there, and just use your one leg to bring it up. This is 3 times speed, so that negative is actually 3 times longer than I'm showing there. This is all at 300%, all these training clips, 300% speed. So yeah, those negatives, I'm doing negatives that. You see how slow I'm doing it in the video? Well, it was 3 times slower than that, because this is 300% sped up, which is a bodybuilding thing. You're basically doing twice as much work by doing your negatives. Some of the science has said it causes more damage. A lot of the pro bodybuilders do it. and that's the reason why they're pro bodybuilders. They're the biggest people in the industry, and a lot of bodybuilders focus on negatives. They even think of the negative as a more important part of the movement than the positive. So this is a little back stretch I did before bench. This bit of bench I do is terrible. For some reason one of my shoulders felt really janky. I think it was my right shoulder. I think it was my right shoulder felt really janky. So I do some bar warm-ups. I do 60 then 80, and the 80 just felt really janky on my right shoulder. I'm not quite sure why. Doesn't normally feel like that. So I gave it a miss, and that's what you do when something feels really horrible. You don't abuse it. And I know people do abuse themselves in the gym. Don't. Do something else. Do a different exercise. So I went close grip. So I stopped at 80, then I went down to 60 and I did some close grip. I'm only showing one set here, but I did 3 sets, and this didn't hurt my shoulder, and I could feel it more on my tries. And then straight after I went to the chest press. Really tried to isolate the chest because the bench didn't do anything for me. It just made me feel wonky and horrible. So if you feel wonky and horrible on something, don't do it. Do something else. And this I could really feel. I could really feel my chest feeling like it wanted to explode with this. So that's what you want to do. Sometimes an exercise for a day, for a week, for a month, it will hurt you. Don't do it. Do something that doesn't hurt. This doesn't hurt, so I did it, and I felt good afterwards. I felt pumped. I felt like a balloon. My chest felt like a balloon after, and that's what you're looking for bodybuilding. You're looking to feel pumped. You're looking to do a lot of volume, 10 to 20 reps on everything. Well, compounds 6 or more really. All these isolation stuff, 10 to 20 reps. There's just no point doing 5 reps on isolation stuff. It's not the point of it. The point is to focus volume on specific muscles, and 5 reps isn't a lot of volume. After that, although I'm not showing it here, so
I just finished at Muscle Lab.
Did
it's called Muscle Lab Gym.
4 sets of arms, 4 sets of biceps, triceps on the cable, extensions and curls, and then I did 4 sets of lateral raises,
deadlifts, slightly cut.
and that was pretty much it. And that was a pump. That was pretty much a full body workout. I'm going to do 2 full body workouts. One's focused more on the posterior of legs, one that's focused on the anterior of legs, the front of legs.
At the bottom to engage
same
my
with
obviously it just means I haven't done them enough,
upper body, one that's more focused on the posterior at the back,
engaging at the bottom and being engaged all the way
and
through.
one that's more focused
Whereas
on the
I can't
anterior
seem to engage at the bottom,
chest.
so it fucks me up.
It lets you
I didn't
hit the muscle groups harder that you do first, and that'll be the focus of the full body, and then you just get to touch the other muscle groups and think of it like a maintenance workout for the rest.
This is when they all come.
Anyway, I'm going to let me finish the video off on the actual video, because I'm already going to have to pause it, and you're just going to see a picture of
I don't know what else to say, really.
my face in a really horrible position by the looks of it, where I paused it now. I will finish the video off in the actual video rather
as well for any travellers.
This was
200 bar seems to be the standard rate. £5 a time. I think it's expensive like that. Expensive for here because they know all the foreigners come and they're only going to come once, so they get £5 a time. Usually, if you're an actual member, if you're going to live here for a month and be a membership for a month, it works out to be like between 50p and £1 a day if you sign a monthly membership. It's like 50p a day if you do a monthly membership. So maybe consider doing that if you know you're going to be living here for months. If you're a nomad, digital nomad, and you're going to live it a month in one location. Anyway, I'm off ski. I'm going to walk home and look at places on the way back. So See you later.